Is it in the
Wait, this is actually underwater.
Yeah.
That sharks are scared of orca noises, killer whales,
Oh, that is
and we
so
conducted
weird.
that experiment on a shipwreck.
Wait,
This
there's
video
sharks?
is behind the scenes in full 360 degrees.
Alright, we're going to talk about Sydney, Australia. Watch this video before we move to Sydney, Australia. I've been to Sydney a lot in my life. Lived there, various parts around Sydney, north, south, east, west. Know it very, very well. Done a lot of cycling in Sydney. I do rate Sydney as a cycle commuter for commuting around town. Beats driving a car. Beats public transport. Riding a bike in Sydney, it's great. You know, it's really good. The drivers are everywhere. There's a lot of bike lanes. You know, just get a good lock because a lot of bike thieves in Sydney. But Sydney's great for cycling around. Saves so much money if you're on the bike in Sydney. You can save so much money if you're on the bike in Sydney. Things I do like about Sydney is there seems to be a lot of go-getter people there. It's pretty high energy, but also very, very cutthroat. A lot of social climbers in Sydney, you know, a lot of social climbers in Sydney, a lot of fake people, a lot of good people as well, but that level of cutthroatness is very expensive. It breeds that social climber, competitive sort of natured person, you know, it's boom, boom, boom. So it's very like that. The women there, you know, typically very hypergamic, sort of mentality in Sydney, and the guys as well, a lot of fuckboys in Sydney. So it's very, you know, there's different energy, masculine, feminine energy in Sydney. The women are different, the men are different. So it is very, very cutthroat. There is some great people there. I've pulled out of Sydney and met in Sydney, things like that. But it is, you know, it is definitely a place that I don't think is healthy for anybody to live long term, in my opinion. Maybe you live in Vaucluse and it's like a little pocket and you're in that little thing, but even then it's I think it's just too expensive now to be a healthy place to live, you know, unless you're a billionaire. But even then, the people you're around you, everyone's just thinking about the money, fame, and so I find that doesn't create a healthy, natural environment where you can really be yourself and let your guard down. It's almost like as soon as you do that, people are like, boom, they're going to take advantage of that. They're going to see your kindness as weakness and jump on that. So be very careful of that. Would I ever live there again? Sure, short-term visits, whatever, you know, but I wouldn't live there, you know, longer than maybe a month at a time. For me, it is an unhealthy place. It's a great place to visit and sort of cruise around. Some beautiful beaches, and one of my favourite places is Vaucluse. Exploring around there, some of the cliffs and the beaches, Nielsen's Park and cliff jump thing, whatever it's called. That's really cool. I like that. 7 Shillings Beach, I've slept there. It is, you know, the run from Coogee, Bronte over to Bondi. That's a really good jog when it's not too busy. It's great if you're, you know, wearing a vegan singlet and you're passing hundreds of people. It's really cool. No one's ever beat me on that run ever. I think I've got the record on Strava still. It's very, very good. Oh, it is a very good place like that. But it's just, you know, it's not really set up. There's just so many people there now. It's just out of balance. It's unhealthy. That's why I recommend Adelaide, Australia, as a healthy place to raise your kids. If you got kids, get them out of Sydney, come to Adelaide. You know, it's just a lot less competition in Adelaide, and people can be a bit more real and genuine and sort of country-like. Adelaide's like a big country town. Yeah, there's pretentious people here and stuff like that, but it's a different level of pretentiousness. You know, but I find Adelaide, you know, a lot more chill. You can definitely work very hard here and relax very hard as well. I like that. You can let your guard down in Adelaide. So I like that. That's what I like about Adelaide. It is just, you know, people a bit more genuine here because the cost of living the cost of living in Adelaide, Australia, is the least in Australia. It's the cheapest place to live in a city is Adelaide, Australia. It's insane. Adelaide's cheaper than many country towns in New South Wales. It's crazy. Adelaide has the cheapest real estate in Australia, and that makes it a boring place for some people. And I get that, and that's fine. And for you people, you can live in Sydney and Melbourne and Brisbane or whatever, you know, and live the rat race, you know, and smash in the caffeine and smash in the alcohol and do the pills and all that stuff. And that's the life you want, great. But Adelaide is a very great place if you want to live a natural, holistic lifestyle. It's, you know, the meth situation here is very low. Crime rate is very low. It is just a general pretty chill place. Yeah, of course there's some fucking rednecks. And of course Adelaide has the highest serial killer rate in the world per capita, with the Snow Town and the bodies in the barrel and all that stuff. For sure, we got that. We got the Bunting, we got John Bunting from here, so we got that as well. But in general, if you come to Adelaide and live here in the eastern suburbs with your bicycle and ride the hills, walk around Mount Loftley and Cleland and Black Hill and Moriata and Montacute and Belair and all these places and Onkaparinga Gorge, you go down there, your Hyson Trail, Mawson Trail, you go, and these things are all accessible from the city. All accessible from the city. Within a 10-minute bike ride, 20-minute bike ride, you're at Moriata Gorge or it's near the start of the Mawson Trail. Takes you all the way to the Flinders Ranges or Hyson Trail down to Victor Hut. It's insane. The amount of resources we have here, insane. Fittest people in Australia live in Adelaide. That's my comments, criticisms. I would recommend move to Adelaide, spend time in Adelaide, and then go to Sydney and compare the two, and let us know what you thought. Stress Kidney Sydney or Adelaide.